I could describe the convention in one word, it would probably be unparalleled.
Enlightening.
Eye-opening.
Inspiring.
Chaotic.
To describe the convention in one word, historic. So my role in the DNC was very similar to the RNC in the sense that I coordinated the students, helped get them placed with ABC and CNN, and made sure that the students were where they needed to be and safe, both traveling to and from the convention.
My job at the convention, I worked for CNN as a runner. Some of the jobs a runner has, I couldn't figure out as I was going in. I had to look it up, and even then I got some vague answers. But the job title is pretty vague. You are literally running different things for CNN in my case, back and forth, whether that's scripts, it could be water, and it could be physical people that need to be in certain places. Your job is to run them all over the convention to make sure they're there when they're supposed to be there.
When I was working at the convention, I was working with the cast and crew of Good Morning America. So I was primarily escorting the hosts and the guests across the lots and through the buildings so that they knew where they were going, getting them whatever they needed, that kind of thing.
So I had to make a couple packages while I was there. So one of the packages I made was just how busy some of the High Point University students were. So I was over there with it was an Osmo, and it was cool little camera. And I was out getting B-roll. I wasn't on the clock.
For the class, for the convention, we just had to write different essays about our experiences during the day of the convention. So we would do a different editorial piece each night, and we would pick a topic in the morning and then focus on that all day while we were there so that we could write about it in the evening.
In my free time, I worked the morning shift, so afterwards I would just head on into the arena and watch the speakers and watch kind of what was happening around the entire arena. Instead of going home, I just felt like that would be a waste of my time and I wouldn't get the full experience if I just sat in the house. The house was a lot of fun. It was more like a family environment. Everyone knew what kind of workload we were putting in and the hours that we were putting in. So we knew when it was time for bed and we knew when we could just stay up and hang out and watch what was actually happening at the arena without being there. So we would cook family dinners and we would just hang out and discuss what we did that day. It was a lot of fun.
When Hillary was nominated, was the first female presidential candidate nominated for the Democratic Party, it was electric.
I won't forget the night that Hillary came out and did her speech because it was just really, the environment was just something that you can't forget. Everyone was just really excited, and even people that weren't in the arena, because there were still people out in the tents and at the watching it on the Jumbotron, and it was still a great environment.
My time at the DNC, I don't think that I will ever forget when the balloons dropped, because I was fortunate enough to be there working with some photographers at the time, and I was running SD cards in that moment. And right when the balloons dropped, I was outside of the main hall, and then I kind of walked in, and it was just a flood of people coming onto the main floor, and balloons everywhere, and everyone going crazy. It was just a lot of energy and really cool.
The one memory that I will always keep with me from being at the Democratic Convention was actually seeing Hillary Clinton on stage accepting her nomination. It was incredible, and again, just being part of something so big, I'll never forget that feeling that I had, and I'll never forget the looks on everyone's faces as they realized that history was being made.
The most memorable moment for me at the DNC was the final night. We arrived early. We're part of getting the runners set up, the pre-convention coverage, but it was all building up to that final night. So we had the ability to watch not only the candidate who accepted the nomination, but all of the main surrogates introducing her. It was pretty neat to be there for the first female to receive the nomination of a major political party in the history of the United States.